Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Saturday, September 7th, 2024. You'll have to bear with me as I speak very carefully in this video to avoid having issues with the sort of platforms I use. Some are easier to speak freely on than others. You know what I'm saying. Well, there's some news coming out of Canada that at least some of the provinces there have been asked to remove a certain brand of protocol from their supplies. And I'm going to take you to a share screen, and it will be available to you if you're interested in it by clicking on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. But I'll try to mention where I found these items in case, Facebook is a site you don't care to go to. I understand that, understand from on my part that the YouTube platform doesn't mind a link to Facebook, so that's why I do it this way. So trying to work within the system and keep my channel up. Took a lot of notes on those that lost theirs and just trying to do it without having those kind of same issues myself. So let's go to that share screen and you can see, if you pay attention, what brand I'm talking about and what protocol I'm referring to. And then we'll see if the universe has some additional insights or information for us. Sound like a plan? Let's do it. Okay, Alberta is one of the provinces that was ordered by Health Canada to destroy certain protocols. If you care to read more about it, I've got a variety of sources for you. The first one is simply a screenshot of RFK Jr. speaking about the safety of certain health procedures. Then if you go to the platform known as X, okay, MAKISMD, a doctor out of Canada, is speaking here, and he speaks out about health matters. And he also advised people that might have contact with those protocols before they're eliminated to save some. They may be nicely useful as evidence in the future. But it's just a 2-minute clip. It's worth your time to click on it. Now, earlier this week, AMG News had I'm going to click on the picture, had an item that showed that the two of the companies who make those protocols have included in them with no explanation. But then again, since 1986, they have been exempt from any sort of legal accountability for what they do. But here are parasites found in certain protocols. Okay, this one in this brand, this one's been found in this one. And you can read more about the specifics if you go to AMG/news or -news and read about this article. The link's here, but if you want to find it on your own, AMG News is where to go. Okay, then I included a really nice, there's a blogger that has on Substack that has a long, extensive compilation. Well, it seemed long to me. You could probably go through it in 10 minutes or so, talking about how these protocols are being destroyed. Now, on the part of the health services, I imagine what they're saying is they have a new and improved version coming out. And indeed, they did mention that at the end of the month, they would have replacements. But I'm wondering, there's lots of things changing. Okay, there's support that is diminishing for deep state players and those who engage in shenanigans and harm others. And our world is changing in a really beautiful and wonderful way. Not as fast as we'd like, but it is changing. It is changing. I know that earlier this week, Mr. Trudeau in Canada seemed to have lost some support that he was counting on. And that's kind of happening on the heels of this. So let's just keep it to this particular protocol removal from circulation. Can we have insights and information about what is going on? Is it just simply that a better product is on the way? Are they doing a CYA, which means cover your ass? And trying to get protocols and products that have had added ingredients removed and out of their contention for litigation, or what? We'll find out together. I'm going to switch the camera. You can watch me work with the cards. And again, I always, whenever possible, I try to do a yes or no element to my question for the universe. So, is there truth and merit in the alt media speculation that this removal of a certain brand of protocol from stockpiles and supply sources in the health profession has to do with avoiding legal issues? So, plus additional insights and information. So, are they attempting to, do they see the winds of change and they're trying to get ahead of some legal issues? Yeah, that's the yes or no element, plus additional insights and information is always exciting to see what the universe really wants to talk about. So let's do this. I'm going to switch the camera. Don't have to move a cat today. They got down just before I started the video, and we'll see what the universe wants to tell us. So is there truth and merit to the speculation that this is a step that's been taken to avoid some legal consequences and additional insights and information? So the situation in Canada where a company has issued a remove and destroy all containers of this product. What's going on with that? Okay, our first card is the Eight of Wands, Four of Cups, Strength, King of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. So let's talk about the insights that are being made available to us with these cards, and then we'll get some additional ones. We'll look ahead into the near future with additional insights and information for us. Okay, first of all, the ingredients that would have been used in a jab sort of situation, they're being indicated by the wands. And wands, this particular wand card especially always tells us that there's fast moving events. So they are expecting some events to cause a need to have a general cleanup, or at least less additives added to items that they're doing, that they will be dispensing and making available to the medical profession. Okay, the Four of Cups here, if you notice, we got several cups and cup cards, and cup cards talk about emotions. They hold our emotions. They also hold liquids. And again, those ingredients are in liquid format when they are distributed and inserted. So yeah, it looks to me, what we're being told is there is going to be the new improved ones coming out the end of the month are going to have something that's not part of the ones they're taking off the market. Absolutely. Okay. Now, in the past, they felt really good, and that they had license to do whatever they chose to do, to include whatever they chose to include. They felt like they had that type of, and they did indeed have that type of autonomy, with no worry about litigation. That, yeah. So they played fast and loose with a lot of health issues in people's lives. Okay, the King of Wands is telling us that the leadership of this company made this decision. Okay, and yes, it was wise, but it was a very self-serving type of declaration and decision on his part. Let's look at the near future now. Queen of Cups. Okay, always for me. She can be a little self-absorbed. Absolutely. Yeah, she can get lost in her, in her whatever she's doing, but she's also got a lot of emotional intelligence. And whenever I see her, again, it's just a little advisory because we're looking for insights and information now in the near future. Use your intelligence to decide if something is safe, if it's something you truly have freely chosen to partake of. And if you choose not to, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Whatever you choose, the more you use your emotional intelligence, the happier you're going to be that you did. And just understand that this is just one small piece of cleanup that is going on in our world. There's more to come, and that's kind of reassuring. Now let's get 4 more cards and see if there's more information for us about this recall and destruction of certain products. Okay, we've got the Fool showing up, another major arcana, Death. We have, this one was upside down. Okay, now how I read upside down cards, if we get some, is what it's trying to tell us is it has the energy it had upright, but it's a little bit stuck. So I'll leave it upside down and we'll see what happens later. Okay, and then we have the 2 swords. Now, what I'm getting from these, now these are major arcanas. It's our 3rd one so far in this read. A little farther down the pike, just knowing as we go to a new place, okay, there's going to be a lot of changes happening to the healthcare systems that are available to us, recommended to us, and available to us. And unfortunately, as you can see with the Death card, where it does indicate predominantly a long, slow change, it is at the hands of some loss of life. So that's what I'm getting from this. And part of that is, as a reader, you look at where your eyes drawn immediately to the card, and normally mine's not drawn to the fact that there is a lifeless body in this card, but today it was. So it's just kind of telling me, that's my intuitive nudge that, yeah, we're going to be going places where things change in a really nice and wonderful way. A lot of changes coming up, but as we know already, there's been a high price in illness and suffering and loss of life from people, from the choices that they felt like they were forced to do, made to do, or chose to do with, just trust that was misplaced. Okay, now here's our upside down card. I'll turn it right side up. The 8 of Cups, pardon me, 7 of Cups is telling us there's choices. Okay, now what it's saying though is the choices that are going to be available with health system changes aren't going to be rolling out as fast as we'd like. Okay, that's why it was upside down. That's what it was imparting to us. And then it goes hand in hand with this card, which usually means, again, a little bit of waiting. Okay, but we need to be in readiness for some changes. They're really going to be fantastic when they come. And as we know, we're paying a price with the fact that they haven't rolled out already. So we got a yes that they were trying to save themselves some accountability issues down the road, but they realize they don't have the position of strength they used to have. So I think that's rather heartening to hear. Let's recap, and I may have to make it a fast recap because Alieska has decided to join me and she wants her spot. And she's already slightly rearranged the cards that were out in the left, but I can still see how they work. So we were asking what was behind this recall and instructions to destroy certain protocols in the Canadian Health Services, especially from one specific brand that is available out there. And they know there's a lot of events coming down that they don't have as strict a control over as they used to. So they have decided moving forward to remove a few things from the new batches coming out. Okay, now in the past, they had carte blanche and knew it. Okay, they could do what they wanted, they could experiment, they could comply with some objectives that have to do with having fewer residents on the face of the earth, whatever. And the person in charge, or person or persons in charge at that company that starts with a PF, made this call to do this again, trying to get ahead of a shifting narrative and some accountability issues that may indeed be happening for them in the future. Now, it's not showing up as far as accountability in what I saw here, so it's not anytime soon if it is, but it is going to happen. We were advised in the near future, still be smart, okay? Don't trust systems and protocols that you have done your research on and know you should not trust. So trust your discernment, do your research, make your decision, and stand firm in your truth. Okay. If you do, you're going to be really happy that you did. Okay. There's no downside to standing firm in your truth. There's more to come. More to come. This one product that may come out a little cleaner and a little more true to its reported purpose is just the start of some cleanup that's coming. Okay. But it's not here yet. Don't think that it is. Okay, the death card showed up saying that in the looking ahead and asking for insights and information, there's still going to be some heartache and some losses that have been sustained as a result of people trusting or complying or, making a choice to go along to get along, if that was the case. And those choices are going to continue. In fact, there's going to be more of them. So that's why you use your wisdom. Do your research, do your wisdom, and use your wisdom and discernment and stay true to yourself. A little bit of wait time. No, it's not happening overnight. This is just the tip of the iceberg as far as products that will be recalled and cleaned up and become a little more what they're advertised to be and a little less of the downsides that people are having to deal with. And our world is changing. And it may not be changing as fast as we want, but it is changing, and it's changing in a beautiful way. So there will come a time when the things that are available for our health are truly for our health, and not to make us lifelong customers or to have fewer of us, but simply to have the most healthy human existence possible. And that's what health should be all about. So that's it for this video. Thank you, as I tried to speak carefully. But I did think that was interesting news coming out of Canada, that they have done a removal of a certain substance and in more than one province, and it seems to be get them off the shelf. We'll send out some new stuff at the end of the month. But yeah, so it sounded kind of exciting. I wanted to read on it, and from what the cards are telling us, there's going to be more companies doing this and more products that they're going to voluntarily try to make more beneficial to avoid consequences when the day and time comes where they no longer have that blanket immunity that they currently do, that they can't come too soon. I have to be made accountable for my actions, and so should big corporations. That's Laura's view on this. So until next time, I thank you for listening, for viewing, and your patience with home productions and visiting Kitty Cats, who is just right under the the device here, and just the love that you share and I see extended towards one another in the comments and what have you. We're kind of spread out when we're awake, but we found one avenue to be a tribe, and that's here. So I don't take you for granted. I never will. And I thank you so much. If you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.